and that is that the European Commission was one of the first funding agencies that underlined the interdisciplinary approach in the field of e-health, that is the cooperation between the engineers, doctors, users, computer scientists. So I wanted to just show you the example of innovating in the way healthcare is delivered, and that is remote monitoring and teleconsultations. You see, we developed different tools for that. And of course, there is also the summary, which we think, well, some elements that are relevant in relation to the business model, but I'm not going to go into that, Octavian, since I'm realizing that we are running out of time. Perhaps just, well, few evidence why the telemedicine is really useful. I don't need to go into that as well, because there is plenty of evidence confirming that. But what is also important to say that very often the e-health sector lacks the grand scale projects. We always are having small scale pilots, and it's very difficult then to also provide evidence to the authorities what that would mean on the large scale. But I would like to finish by probably also repeating the several presentations today, I believe, and that is to say that the real innovation in e-health is about bringing closer the three main factors related to health, and that is health delivery system, and we have spent quite some time this afternoon discussing this, but what I think it's important to link to this element is the nature and nurture. And some of my colleagues already spoke about that, that we need to look to the health situation of a person, of patient, in a more comprehensive, holistic way. And here I put three elements that I believe we need to interlink in order to still make e-health more sustainable. And there, obviously, ICT has a role to play in all aspects. Let me just give one example, and I'll finish by that. And that is the EU Heart. And that is an example where nature is being built in the decision of a doctor. And that's, I think, very important improvement in our research field. We have been moving forward in the field of the virtual physiological human, including a virtual model of a heart that can be personalized. It can be your heart, it can be my heart, for each patient, and by that to give an insight on how a specific drug treatment would work on individual. Or, for example, which option would be the best for the surgery. And this is the project, as you may see, still running, and the European Community's funding is significant. Well, I think it's time to conclude, at least for me, and just saying, well, I think what I want to say is that e-health obviously matters. It can improve access to health care, and it can boost the quality and effectiveness of services offered. But as I said, I tried to say with my last slide, is that the new frontier for the European Commission is ICT for personalized and predictive healthcare. So thank you very much for having patience and following me this late hour.
Thank you very much for all of you. You did very well, the 12.5 minutes of average. So it's a very nice score. Still, the expressed main ideas that you wanted to pass to us. And I encourage you to discuss during the dinner. I know that you have many other things to say. I have seen your full presentations. They are full of ideas. So please enjoy, discuss during the dinner, and communicate more about what you had to say. Thank you very much for this very long evening. Thank you.
Thank you. You have